Recently, I, Helen Olenjan, had a conversation with someone who did not believe in God. I said to him, "Would you believe in God if he revealed himself to you?" He said, "Yes, only God can reveal God."
Are you open-minded to listening to my experience with God because you think he might be real? I believe you're open-minded to listening. Otherwise, you wouldn't even be here. When we listen to one another with great love and without judgment, we learn the best way. We are not on a warpath here. Many people fight about which religion is the right one. But what a lot of wasted energy! Why not find the real God first? Once you know him, you will be confident that he will put you on the right path. Find God first.
Not man-made religion.
We have no desire to usurp authority over the other. Here is my true story that involved an encounter with the real God himself. It was a morning I never forgot. An experience with God is unforgettable.
It cannot be proven, but it changes you so much.
I never needed another human to validate my experience, as they would have never believed it. I didn't need this experience to believe in God. I already believed in him. But after this happened, I knew the impossible was literally real.
God was the impossible. This experience helped me heal from some very painful things. I had a sense that God knew I needed to know without any doubt he was with me.
So what happened that morning?
I was a young, struggling Christian who had a bedside visit from God one morning. A short time after waking up, I was lying in bed, letting reality sink in. My alarm had just gone off.
I was a full-time government employee who worked in an office setting. I am guessing that God came to me in the fresh, calm state of the morning only because he knew it was the best time.
Suddenly, I felt a hand upon me. It was real, undeniable, without any doubt.
There was no one in my bedroom. My body actually jumped because of the fright. Imagine you being touched by an invisible person. It felt exactly like God was saying, "I'm really here, I really exist." But he was doing this through undeniable physical touch. Upon opening my Bible that same morning while doing devotions, after this just happened, I turned to a page and I had no idea what was written there. Staring back at me were these words. Psalms 139:5, "Thou hast beset me behind and before, and laid thine hand upon me."
This had just happened to me.
I already believed in God, had faith, was truly born again, but on this day, he gave me a very rare glimpse of spiritual sight. Not because I literally saw him, but it was rather a spiritual revelation through his literal physical touch. God was confirming himself in his own word. He knew others wouldn't believe this, but that wasn't the issue.
He knew I needed to believe his visit.
Once God shows you he truly exists, you will never ever need the confirmation of another human to establish a fact that only God can establish. I was not on any medication, drugs at all, in case you're thinking that I was just hallucinating. Maybe you are thinking that I fell asleep again and I just dreamt up God's imaginary hand real quick after I hit the snooze button. No, I was fully awake and not dreaming. I didn't wake up from this as I was awake already. I was in complete shock that this had just happened. What sets this supernatural experience apart from everything else is that I never forgot it. Ordinary happenings are easy to forget. This experience was impossible to forget. This spiritual experience comes from a heavenly dimension I cannot even explain. It's not understood by human logic or reasoning. If you don't believe me, I am not mad at you. But I do know one thing for certain.
If you had experienced this, you would have never forgotten this either. There is simply no way any person in their right mind would be left unchanged after this.
I share this with fresh awe and new amazement. Years have gone by, and this experience gave me incredible comfort through many difficult, lonely times on earth. I felt truly loved by God in this you will never believe this true story. God's actual, real, physical touch helped me in my Christian life. I knew God was really, really, really with me. This true experience was not faith. It was actually sight. God confirmed himself to me in his own book, the Bible. This revelation came from him, was no less than him, and was equal to him. This was God himself. This was literally mind-blowing. It's no surprise then that God sometimes encourages us once in a way we never forget. Only one encounter with the real God changes everything. This is the Christian God I trust only. Now think of an escape room for a moment. My daughter Bianca went to one some time ago. If you went to one with a group of friends, would you all be fighting if you found the way out? Of course not. Getting out was the absolute truth. As you escaped, why should we be mad at each other for finding the truth together? Next time a person comes along with a different religious belief than you, love them, listen to them, encourage them, and joyfully say, "Let's pray and find the real God together." All human beings would like to know the answers to life. We need to gently work together with great love for each other.
We are not enemies. We are precious human beings made in the image of God. If you seek God with your whole heart, soul, and mind, you will find him. Once you know the one true God of heaven and earth, your life will never be the same. Thanks for listening. Big love, Helen Olenjan.